When it comes to picking out a mini trampoline for you, I want you to consider the tension in the mat of the trampoline, and I want you to consider your weight capacity. So if you are somebody who is carrying extra weight, if you are somebody who is north of 200 pounds, even north of 250 pounds, and you're looking to use the rebounder as a form of self-care and as a form of helping you to release weight, which is wonderful and excellent for that because it's gentle on your joints, I want you to really pay attention because the extra weight that you bring to the mini trampoline is going to have some implications because some rebounders, mini trampolines, have a weight capacity. Meaning if you exceed that weight capacity, you may not be getting the support that you need. So I'm going to demonstrate some stuff here and show you I'm demonstrating two different JumpSport models, and you can see which models I'm using right here. And what I want you to do is just to pay attention to my bounce as we're moving. And at any point that I'm demonstrating I'm not bouncing, you just keep on gentle bouncing so you still get your workout in while you're watching what we're doing, okay? And some rebounders have the ability to adjust their tension and adjust how much they can handle and adjust how much they support you is another way to say that. And so this particular model does have that option. This model here does not. So let's just start by taking a look at what it looks like when I'm somebody who's north of 250 pounds, hits one where I'm exceeding the published weight capacity on that particular model, and one that is made to accommodate my weight, okay? So you see where I'm at right now on this particular one, and I'm also on the lowest tension, okay? So we are going to adjust and fix this tension in just a minute. But right now I'm showing you what it looks like as I'm bouncing on the lowest tension. What it feels like, because I want to try and explain that to you, not in a sense I'm giving you my opinion, because my opinion doesn't matter when you come to pick this out. I'm trying to give you a little bit of education, a little bit of insight so you can have the best assessment for when you go to pick out yours, okay? Because you don't want to pick just on what I like. That's me based on my body and my own personal preferences. You want to pick on what's going to work for you. So I'm trying to give you the insight to make a wise, educated choice. So this one is made to accommodate my weight. And I would say that at this point right now, it feels cushy. I'm not going to say bouncy because I don't feel myself bouncing back with it. Like I could put that effort in, but I do have another trampoline and it is also made to accommodate my weight, but it's made with more support. So when I bounce into it, I also have a bounce back. This one does not have that. I bounce into it and I come back, but it's a very light support. So that's why I do want to adjust it because it does come with adjustable tension. I do want to increase the amount of tension to get more support. And I want to see what that's going to do. So we'll do that in just a second. So let's move over here and try out this one. All right. So as we try out this one, this is going to come exactly as is. So you need to like it right out of the box. And it's a really well built and constructed rebounder. I put it together so I was able to feel it and feel how solid it is. However, it doesn't have any adjustable tension. So that's what I'm saying. If you are somebody who already exceeds the weight limit or you're close, like I would even say, this is my personal opinion, if you're within 25 pounds of getting close to that weight capacity on a particular rebounder, it would be better for you to upgrade to a different model. Or if that particular brand you're looking at doesn't have an option, for example, leaps and rebounds, which was my very first trampoline, I was exceeding it. And it doesn't have an option to upgrade my bungees. It doesn't have an option for me to buy even a different model to fit my weight range, which I find disappointing because there are lots of us who are carrying extra weight who want to lose the weight and we want to lose it in a very gentle way. And so you're going to have to switch brands if that's the case. So, but JumpSport does, like I said, you could switch to the Pro and it will meet and accommodate your weight capacity. So can you see any kind of difference? This one has a little bit more give back than that one. And I can bounce here better even at the lower tension. So here's the thing. I was using this one and I've used it a couple of times, and it was actually on this one that I had demonstrated in a video, and somebody commented in and said, have you adjusted the tension? And I was like, what? And I looked it up because I had missed that. Or I forgot about it or something, but I mean, it just like completely was not in my brain that I could adjust the tension on these. So, but not every model does that. So this is a pro version and it does, this one does not. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So if we flip it over, what you can see is there's two sets of knots. And so right now it's on the furthest knot, which means more length in the bungee. And if we tighten the bungee, okay, that makes sense, right? You tighten the bungee, it's not stretched as much. It's going to be tighter, it's going to be firmer, and so you're going to have more tension. So all we need to do these pop out very easily. You can see that. And so I'm going to, instead of putting it towards the first knot, I'm going to put it towards the second knot. So it just takes a little extra effort to pull that. And you could adjust both sides. Rough. Okay, so I'm going to do like this to make it tighter. And let's just start by doing every other one and see what kind of difference that makes for me.
I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Do you have a rebounder that has adjustable bungees or the ability to change and adapt the tension on your trampoline? Have you ever experimented with this? I'd love to hear from you. Drop it in the comments. And now let's get back to putting this together.
Okay, I made it around. It took just probably about 5 minutes. You might be able to do it faster or slower depending on how your hands work. But let's try this out now. And I also realized I put this one together. This one had to be assembled. This one, because it was the pro version, all I had to do was open the box and it came folded. I had to just open it up and attach the legs. The bungees were already in place. So that's another reason I think I forgot that this had adjustable bungees, because this one does not. And I just assumed this one did not because I had built this one. Just make sure you know what you've purchased, what you've gotten a hold of, and is it adjustable or not. Oh, already I can tell a difference. Much better. And do you see there's more spring in the bounce? This is what I'm talking about. This is what tension does for you. And so you want to get the right amount of tension. Wow, feels so much better. Okay, so now remember, before this one was pretty comparable to that one. It was slightly better, but pretty comparable. So let's just take a look. So here I am with every other one at the higher tension and every other one at the lower tension, a mixed model. And can you see over here? I realize the sun's now shifted, but can you see the difference in my bounce? So I'm giving the same amount of effort, but it looks like I'm doing far less. Like I feel like I'm moving far less. Now watch. Now over here, I feel like I'm getting more spring. Same, I promise you, this is the same amount of effort, but this is what it is. So like, if you want to be able to work out and not be draining your energy, you want to be able to work out and get the maximum output for what you're doing. It comes back to how you are bouncing on the trampoline, not just the moves you're doing, but the depth of your bounce, the ability of your bounce because of the tension in your rebounder. So pay attention to this. This matters so much, especially when you're carrying extra weight. This one does feel better now. I'm even excited. I'll put that in another video coming up in the future if you want to hear more about it, what it feels like if I take it all the way to the next level, because I realize this video has already gotten kind of long. But if you want to see that, put it in the comments and I'll adjust it to the higher level and we'll try that out and let you see an update on that. But already the improvement is so much better. I can't believe I didn't know this, which is why I'm sharing a part of my journey with you, because I want you to know. I want you to not have to suffer and go through some of the things that I've gone through. All right. Happy bouncing, friend.